Welcome to another Splatoon 2 video on the channel. This will be another news roundup video. I haven't done one of these videos since E3 week, so I have got a lot of news to cover in this video. I will be including quite a lot of old news. The reason why I will be including them in this video is that I want to have the opportunity to talk about those topics. So unfortunately, I just haven't had the time to make one of these type of videos over the last 10 days just because I have been playing the Octo expansion DLC, and plus I have been watching a lot of the World Cup. So unfortunately, I haven't had the time to make multiple news roundup videos like what I have normally done on the channel. But let's just get on with this video and let's talk about some potential spoilers. So if you don't want to hear about this sort of thing, then I would suggest for you to skip until the next topic. And what I will do on screen now is put what time the next topic will appear, just because I don't know how long I will talk about the first topic. But pretty much what the first topic is that someone has data mined a recent Splatoon 2 update, and what they have discovered is files for 3 returning stages from the first game on the Wii U, and those stages are Urchin Underpass, Flounder Heights and Museum Alfonsino. Now if you have tuned into some of my recent videos, I have predicted that Flounder Heights or Urchin Underpass could return to the game soon. So the fact that those stages have been found in the files of the game, I think that suggests that we will be getting those stages from Splatoon 1 in Splatoon 2 in updates leading up to December, just because we know we will be getting updates until December this year. So I think we will be getting those stages. We will be getting 1 stage a month, so that is what I think we will be getting. I think those 3 stages will be coming to the game. I think we will be getting Museum Alfonsino, Flounder Heights and Urchin Underpass, and if they do return in the game, that means there are only 5 stages from the first game that haven't returned to the second game, and those stages are Hammerhead Bridge, Bluefin Depot, Salt Spray Rig, Mahi Mahi Resort and Anchovy Games. I think they should just bring over all of the stages from the first game. Salt Spray Rig will be quite hard to do just because it was unbalanced for ranked, so maybe they will have to bring that stage back as a salmon run map instead. So yeah, I think they should just bring back all of the stages from the first game, but this discovery has definitely got me excited. Now in a recent news roundup video, I talked about the fact that we will have to pay to play Splatoon 2 online when Nintendo Switch online service does launch in September, and that video got a very large negative reception. A lot of people aren't happy about the fact that Nintendo are putting in a barrier to play Splatoon 2 online. You will have to pay for something that was previously free. So I think the impact on the servers, I think you might see, a bit of an impact from people saying, you know what, I can't afford to pay $20. I don't want to pay $20 for something that was previously free. So I think there will be some sort of impact on the servers. But Nagame, in a recent interview with Polygon, he doesn't think the impact will be that large. We imagine it will have some sort of influence or effect by the addition of Nintendo Switch Online. But we want to use Nintendo Switch Online's addition as a way to redouble our commitment to the community and reaffirm for them that we're going to support this game more and more. And like what I said earlier, we will be getting updates until December. Hopefully that will be enough to see the online population not drop a lot, but I think there will be some sort of impact on the population, but I don't think it will be a massive amount. I think you're still going to get a lot of people in the multiplayer. I think you're still going to have no problem finding matches. It's just that some people will be put off by the new price barrier. I, like many people, would love to see improvement on the server side of things, so we would see less disconnections, but I just don't trust Nintendo with that sort of thing, unfortunately. So it's just a case of wait and see. I don't really see that much benefit from the Switch online service for what I use. Cloud backups, that is, you know, pretty decent, but it's not something that I will use online a lot. I will only use it if my Switch breaks down, which will only happen like once in a blue moon. I would have loved to have seen more benefits for someone like myself that does play Splatoon 2 online, apart from being able to play something that I have had for free, but now I can pay to carry on playing the game online. I would just like to have seen more benefits for someone like myself. Now, in that Polygon interview, Nagami did talk about the possibility of adding in paid multiplayer content. It is not to say that there is no possibility that we will ever consider releasing some paid premium multiplayer content. The main thing we want to maintain is the even playing field for players. So Nagami isn't ruling out the possibility of adding in paid multiplayer content, but I don't think we will see this anytime soon. I don't think they will add in paid multiplayer content because, like what Nagami said, they want to maintain an even playing field for players, and adding in paid multiplayer content, it would sort of break that even playing field for players. So I don't think we will see paid multiplayer content anytime soon, but Nagami doesn't want to rule out that possibility. Now, I for one hope that we don't see loot boxes in Splatoon 2. Like they add in gear to loot boxes. Reggie did talk about the fact that Nintendo aren't necessarily against putting in loot boxes in some of their games. He did talk about that in an interview at E3. I wouldn't be a fan of that, so I'm hoping that Nintendo will not add in paid multiplayer content for Splatoon, because I think it would break the balance of the game. In that interview with Polygon, Nagami did confirm there are no current plans to add in more single player DLC like what we got with the Octo expansion. This definitely makes sense just because the Octo expansion only came out a couple of weeks ago, but maybe Nintendo will reconsider after looking at the impact of the Octo expansion on the sales of Splatoon 2 in Japan. Splatoon 2 did hit #1 in Japan 48 weeks after the release of the game. That is rare for a game to be out that long to hit #1 again. It was only Pokemon Gold in '97, and that got to #1 in the Japanese charts after something like 90 weeks. So this is definitely a rare thing, and like what I said, maybe Nintendo will look at the impact of Octo expansion on the sales of the game, and maybe Nintendo will make more DLC based on that impact. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Let's just fly through some of the next news stories. So the Spy Gear will be coming to CoroCoro's September issue. So it seems like the Spy Gear will be a Japanese exclusive. CoroCoro have done a special Octo expansion manga, and this is available for free, but unfortunately it is only available in Japanese. But yeah, you can get this manga for free if you are interested in that sort of thing. We have also got some new photos of the Smash Inkling Amiibo as well. I can't wait to pick up that Amiibo when it does come out. Now on my Nintendo, you can use some of your gold or platinum coins. I can't remember which one it is, but you can use some of your coins to get an alternative Splatoon 2 cover. And this is an Octo expansion cover, and it looks really cool. It really does. I do believe there is a link available for you to download this link without going through My Nintendo and you spending your My Nintendo points or coins or whatever it is. I can't remember which one it is from the top of my head. So I will try and track down that link and post it in the description for you. As you guys are probably aware by now, Octolings do have their own ink stats in Splatnet 2. This is really cool, and you can get rewards for Octolings in Splatnet 2 as well. You can get Octoling wallpaper for your smartphone by just playing as the Octolings in Splatoon 2. This is really cool. I'm glad that Nintendo did go that extra mile and put in the Octoling stats and made them different to the Inkling stats in Splatoon 2. I think this is really cool, and I can't wait to unlock that Octoling wallpaper. Apparently Octolings have their own animation for trying out each weapon type in the weapon shop. That is really cool as well. Now recently we had the Pulp versus No Pulp Splatfest, and I will be putting the artwork that we got for that Splatfest on screen now. We got that Shifty Station, which was a really different concept to all of the other stages in the game. Both teams spawn next to each other, but there is a glass wall separating the two, so you can't just splat people from spawn. Now this is the Shifty Station stage that the Japanese players got to play on in April, so it is nice now that us in the West have finally caught up with Japanese players. I guess that is until they get a new Splatfest announced, and then they will get a new Shifty Station. To be honest with you, I wasn't really a fan of this Shifty Station. I felt like it was way too easy to spawn camp, and I wasn't a fan of like the wall in the middle. I wasn't really a fan of that, just because it was sort of hard to get to like the main sort of inking area if the wall was up. So I wasn't really a fan of this Shifty Station, but I know a lot of other people were. Let me know your thoughts about the Shifty Station in the comment section below, and you probably will be watching some Shifty Station gameplay on screen now. I must warn you, it isn't the best, just because I did struggle on that stage. We got a name for the brand new stage that will be coming to the game at the end of June. The stage will be called New Albacore Hotel, complete with a rooftop pool. This new battlefield lets Inklings splat it out whilst enjoying a city view. I definitely am looking forward to playing on that new stage at the end of the month. Maybe it will be the 1st of July for me in Europe, but yeah, definitely I'm looking forward to playing on this new stage. Now some hackers have sent some random players that haven't hacked the game to that brand new stage, and that is a really scummy thing to do, just because this does risk the possibility of those players that haven't hacked the game getting banned from Nintendo just because they got on the new stage. So that is a really scummy thing to do. I hope that those hackers will get banned and not the other players that were completely innocent. The Splatoon 2 European Championship will be returning next year in spring. I'm wondering whether Off the Hook will perform at the European Championship again, like what they did this year. The Splatoon 2 UK Championship will also be returning in 2018. There will be qualifiers at Nintendo UK versus Live London on the 28th of July. Summer in the City on the 11th of August. Insomnia 63 in Birmingham on the 25th of August. There will be an online open qualifier in August as well. There will be an unannounced qualifier in September as well. The second online open will be in October. There will be another qualifier at Comic-Con in London in October as well. And the grand final will be taking place in November. So pretty much the qualifiers will gain access to the final, and whoever wins that final will take the UK place at the European Championship in spring next year. I'm just wondering whether they will be doing another World Championship at E3 next year. That would be pretty cool if that did happen. According to Nogami, the atmosphere of Mexico played a huge part on Splatoon. Having Splatoon fans around the world is something we are very grateful for, especially in Mexico and Latin America. Something that is very interesting is that the art director of Splatoon, Saito Inoue, grew up in Mexico, and although he does not remember much, I think it is fair to say that the experiences he had in Mexico ended up influencing Splatoon. I would love that knowing this, Latino fans who have not played Splatoon can explore and notice some of their influences. That is a pretty cool detail to know about. I'm sure that is very cool for all Latino squids and octolings out there. And the last topic that I will be including in this video is that Nogami has talked about how Nintendo handles people posting unsavory content in Inkopolis Square. We really don't want people to use the plaza here as a way to hurt people or say hurtful things to other people or do anything considered against the law. We do have a portion of our development team that is responsible for spotting the worst offenders when it comes to comments and artwork and making sure those don't get seen. We know a lot of topics are something someone feels positively about and another person might feel negatively about. We don't want to bring the hammer down too hard on everything, and so as long as something hasn't risen to the top for the wrong reasons, something that would be violating the rating for some reason, we try and let the system basically sort itself out. We really hope that people use this system as a means of communication and celebrating the game. So pretty much Nintendo are saying meme responsibly. I think that is the sensible way to approach things. That is pretty much everything that I need to cover in this video. Like what I said, some of the topics are pretty much old news at this point, but I just wanted the opportunity to talk about these topics, so I'm really glad that this video has given me the opportunity to talk about these topics. But that is pretty much it for this video. I will be uploading my playthrough of the final boss phases, so yeah, really I'm looking forward to uploading that content on the channel. But that is it for this video. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time.